Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a slow-cooked Italian pasta dish. This is manicotti in the crock pot. Now we are going to make a delicious meat sauce or bolognese for it. We're going to make a filling that's going to go inside of these manicotti. Now manicotti is just a long tubular shaped pasta that we're going to be filling. We're not going to cook these before we put them in the crock pot, uncooked. It'll be easy to fill and easy to just put together. Y'all ready? First thing we're going to do is start with that delicious meat sauce or bolognese. We're going to add 1 pound of ground beef to a large skillet. I've got about 2 pounds here, but I'm going to just use half of that. And then I'm going to add in 1 pound of Italian sweet sausage. Generally comes in a container like this, it's styrofoam. All right, we're gonna start breaking it down, start browning it up. That sausage is gonna smell good. While that's browning up, we're gonna go ahead and chop up 1 green bell pepper and 1 onion. So I'm just gonna go through the pepper really quick, all the way around it. Break it down. If you don't want the white membrane, you can pull that out. We're just going to cut it into strips. I love bell pepper and onions in a bolognese. I use it for lasagna, for spaghetti. We're going to flip this around and just dice it up. Watch your fingers, pull them in. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and add that to our meat mixture. Continue browning up the meat, and then we're going to go ahead and start on that onion. Just take off the ends, cut through the paper of the onion, that's that outer layer, and pull that off. We're just going to cut it in half, follow the lines, cut the strips. And then we're going to cut through the strips, and that'll make our dices. We're going to go ahead now and add this into our skillet. Now the onions are going to cook down, soften up, so they're not going to overwhelm the dish. We want to cook this until the ground beef and the sausage is browned. The onions and bell peppers are nice and soft. What we're going to do now is finish this bolognese sauce. I'm going to be using jarred pasta sauce, whatever favorite flavor you like. I'm using traditional sweet basil. Yeah, that smells really good. 24-ounce jar. Halfway up with water. We'll place the lid back on. We're going to give it a shake. Get all that sauce off the sides. We're going to add that in. Now, once your ground beef and sausage was done, drain out any excess grease, which you didn't see that step happen. But I used my paper towels. I'd pulled the meat off to the side, put the paper towels in to saturate all of that grease, and then pull it out. Italian seasoning, lots of it. It is an Italian dish. I love the oregano and basil in it. About 1 teaspoon. Lots of garlic powder. I'm going to go across the top and come back. I'm not afraid of that garlic. A little bit of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon, whatever you like. I'm definitely going to put in some black pepper. 1 tablespoon of white granulated sugar. That will cut some of the acidity in the tomatoes. 1 tablespoon of butter, because that's how I do my bolognese. All right, let's stir that all together. It smells delicious. Ooh, grab you a spoon, give it a taste, and then season accordingly if you need to adjust anything at this point, because this is your flavor right here. That's delicious. I love that sausage in there. All right, we're going to turn this off. Now we're going to start that 3 cheese filling that we're going to stuff into those manicotti shells. So you're just going to need a large bowl, and we're going to put in 16 ounces of ricotta cheese. Now my favorite cheese for this is cottage cheese. I grew up with it. I love that cheese. I also like ricotta cheese. So we're going to go ahead and add this 16 ounces. Now what we're going to do is add 1 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Y'all, I love Parmesan cheese grated fresh off the block. The smells just come right out. This is a Parmigiano Reggiano. It's really good. That should be good right there. I might put a little bit more in there. There we go. We're going to add that. I'm going to place 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese, which is 1 cup. We're going to go ahead now and crack an egg into it. So kind of hold everything together. And then season with whatever you want. I'm going to be using an Italian seasoning, just a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit. We don't have to go crazy with it. A little bit of black pepper, just a little bit. Go over the top. There we go. And then we'll put in, I'm just going to put in a little bit of salt right across the top. Just a little bit, probably 1/8 of a teaspoon, not very much. Cheese is salty enough. Okay, let's go ahead and mix this all together. Get a nice creamy mixture. What we're going to do now is start filling the manicotti. So we're going to get a large Ziploc bag. Just kind of roll it the outside. And I'm just going to put it in a bowl. And then we're going to put the mixture inside. I love this recipe because we don't have to cook the manicotti and try to stuff manicotti that's, you know, par cooked. It's really hard to do. Just going to give it a twist. All right, I'm just going to cut off a tip. So take your manicotti. Now these are uncooked, remember? We want to go about halfway. So I'm going to place it into the shell. I'm going to squeeze. Now I can see right there. And then just come out, and then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to pipe into the other side, halfway. Then just come out. We have one side and we have the other. I'm just going to lay them on the plate for right now, and then finish these up. Make sure you have a big enough hole to get that manicotti mixture out. Okay, there's my stuffed manicotti shells. Let's go ahead and put these in the crock pot. Spray the inside of your crock pot with some nonstick cooking spray. We're going to ladle 1/3 of the meat mixture onto the bottom of our crock pot. And one more. We're going to start placing our filled manicotti on top of the sauce. We're going to place another layer of meat sauce on top. You want enough sauce so that the shells can absorb the liquid and get nice and tender. All right, we're going to place the rest of these on top of that. We're going to cover all that with the sauce. Oh yeah, we're going to load this up for sure. I'm going to pour the rest in. We're going to place a lid on. We're going to cook this on high for between 2 to 2.5 hours until the manicotti is nice and fork tender. And then we're going to finish this off. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So make sure you come back. I want y'all to look at that. It's just very fork tender, very delicious looking. Right, what we're going to do now is take 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese and we're going to sprinkle it across the top. Yeah, put the cheese on. We're going to put the lid on, and then we're just going to cook this long enough for that cheese to be nice and melted. Just long enough for that cheese to melt. I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning across the top. Make sure you turn off your crock pot. I'm going to go in and I'm going to serve this up and give it a try for you. All right, here's my slow cooker 3-cheese ground beef and sausage manicotti. Look at that. Oh, so tender. We're gonna go to this one right here. Very cheesy. Let's take a bite. It's definitely an Italian day. The manicotti is so tender. It absorbed all of those flavors, and I love that sweet Italian sausage mixed with the ground beef. Y'all let me know what you think. Are you making this one in the crock pot or your slow cooker? Give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. All right, y'all, I'll see y'all on the next episode.